Good evening, you're watching Look Up TV. My name is Louis, that means it's time for the news.
Threats and intimidation of various public officials of the IEBC attempt their abduction.
Tonight on Look Up News, Ruto now claims there was a plan to abduct Chebukati to scuttle 2022 poll outcome. A fire raised a bar in Kisii, killing one person. Slain LGBTQ crusader Edwin Chiloba laid to rest in his home in Elgeyo Marakwet.
We feel we have done our best for the country, and we believe that the incoming team should pick up from where we have left it.
And IEBC Chair Wafula Chebukati retires with experts divided over his tenure at the electoral body.
The elections of 2022 came with a lot of stories, backstories, and the president, having winning the election, said he will reveal these stories as we go along. Today, President William Ruto said that there was indeed a plot to abduct the chairman, Chebukati, to scuttle the 2022 poll outcome at the Bomas of Kenya. President Ruto added that the plot was hatched by a political syndicate that was managing the presidential succession as the ultimate move to force their preferred candidate upon Kenyans.
It is during a meeting at State House Nairobi with various outgoing chairpersons and commissioners from independent institutions that President William Ruto came out guns blazing, alleging a plot was in place to do away with IEBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati.
We also know that there was a direct attempt to abduct Wafula Chebukati and murder him so that the commission would be paralyzed, or a compliant commissioner take over and subvert the people's sovereignty. It was a hard, cold, and lonely time. The threats were dire. The promised rewards very lavish, and the pressure relentless.
The head of state also took a swipe at high-ranking officials in the previous government for plotting to subvert the will of the people, castigating 4 IEBC commissioners for being used to overturn the election outcome.
A while back, senior politicians teamed up to manage the presidential succession that was due in 2022, with a view to guaranteeing a very specific outcome of the ensuing election. A political mechanism was therefore instituted to facilitate this objective through the capture of autonomous constitutional bodies. In the case of the IEBC, this mechanism resolved to infiltrate the organization by introducing at its highest level 4 sleeper commissioners whose sole task was to lie in wait for the election, then spring into action and take drastic actions to subvert the will of the people.
Various leaders led by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua lauded Chebukati for the exemplary work done.
Your Excellency, I want to salute Wafula Chebukati and the other 2 commissioners for standing up for Kenya, for doing the right thing, for refusing to be tempted by bribery, for rejecting intimidation and threats.
Wakili Chebukati, we stand here to salute you in a very special way, that you stood head and shoulders above the clouds and did a job that many people for a long time will emulate.
Some of the chairpersons exiting office include IEBC Chair Wafula Chebukati, ESCC Chair Eliud Bukala, among others, with Chebukati lauding his fellow commissioners for the brilliant work done.
We ran a free, fair, credible, transparent election 2022. And as a commission, we have put in place structures which the incoming team should build on, and these structures are espoused in our policies manuals, as well as the operational standard operating procedures of the commission. So we are living in a commission that has strong structures, a strong secretariat, and our CEO, who is present, Mr. Marjan. And we finished the term, three of us, Professor Gulia and Molu, they are in the room. And we feel we have done our best for the country. And we believe that the incoming team should pick up from where we have left it and take us to the next level.
Ian Kitani, Look Up TV.
Thank you very much.
And there you have it. He is now done. The IEBC chairperson, Wafula Chebukati, and two other commissioners have officially retired after serving the electoral body IEBC for 6 years. Chebukati is very clear. Love him or hate him, he left behind a legacy of hard work, strong decisions, and a clear conscience that he did his best.
17th January 2023, the IEBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati's tenure in office came to an end after serving the influential docket for 6 years alongside two IEBC commissioners Boya Molu and Yusuf Gulie. Chebukati's journey at the IEBC began on 20th January 2017 when he was given a leadership mantle to chair the commission.
Okay.
However, during his tenure, Chebukati has found himself at a crossroad with politicians and some Kenyans accusing him of mishandling elections.
IEBC, in fact, Ali failed. To me, failed totally, because the first election which he presided was nullified by the Supreme Court. That was the major failure from the chairman of IEBC. Immediately, wakati ule ndiye angeenda kama ingekuwa ni uwezo wangu.
According to Muthiora Karriera, who inspired to run for presidency in the last election on an independent ticket before his ambitions were shut down after the IEBC failed to clear him, said that the outgoing chair failed his duty.
But then he failed in 2017, and the Supreme Court annulled the general election in 2017. When he got an opportunity to do the second election, the main front runner, one of the main front runners, pulled out of the election. So Wafula Chebukati bungled the 2017 election, got another chance to do a proper election in 2022, and like I have said, this one too failed the test of credibility, the test of fairness. And so to me, he is a chair that failed in his duty to deliver free, fair and credible elections for Kenyans.
However, during his final speech as the IEBC chairperson, Chebukati said that he leaves a happy man with his work well done.
I exceed a very contented man, and I say we gave it our best. We chatted and weathered the storms that threatened the existence of the commission. We endured relentless fatigue in our preparation for election.
While defending himself on the 2017 general election, which was nullified by the Supreme Court, Chebukati stated that he was not given enough time to prepare for the election, the statement which has been opposed by Muthiora.
But then as a leader, he should have estimated that he may not have enough time to deliver credible, free and fair elections, and decided against being chair of that commission. He should have refused the offer to be part of the commission if he knew he would not deliver.
According to the Constitution, in a situation where the chairperson of the IEBC retires, the vice chair should act as the chair until another chairperson is sworn in. The irony of this matter is that Chebukati retires, leaving behind the commission with no commissioners, as his vice Juliana Cherera and 2 other commissioners resigned following the fallout with Chebukati over the presidential election results. Being the final day for the outgoing IBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati, the outgoing chair will no longer use these IBC offices at the anniversary towers, but his successors and other incoming commissioners will. Reporting for Look Up TV from the IBC offices at the anniversary towers in Nairobi, my name is Shadrach Kareria.
Naivasha Level 4 Hospital is in sharp focus following the controversial death of a woman a day after it is alleged she delivered at the public facility on her own. 23-year-old Rebecca Wangari succumbed to massive bleeding after having her baby, awaiting assistance from medics. Irate area residents stormed the facility, blocking a part of Kenyatta Road while calling for justice for Wangari.
Chaos. Irate residents in Naivasha took to the streets following the death of yet another maternal death at the facility. The brother to the deceased, too overwhelmed to continuously give the details of the ordeal that befell them.
Tukarudi tena tukakuta amevalishwa hizo nguo za theater na akona lebo amesign, akatuambia amesign. Sasa sisi tukaogojea aende theater. Tukakaa, tukarudi, tukaenda, bado tunampata hapo nje ameinamilia, hajapelekwa. Sasa ilibidi mtoto ajitoe peke yake. After apelekwe. Kupelekwa huko ndani, sasa tukaacha wameingia huko leba, sisi tukaenda. Sasa on Sunday asubuhi venye alikuja hiyo nini, unaona hiyo Saturday jioni akiwa huko ndani tulikuwa tunaona hao madaktari wakikimbia juu angalie hajatoka huko kwa leba huko ndani. Tunashindwa ni nini mbaya na tuliambiwa amepata katoto.
The death of 23-year-old Rebecca Wangari at the Naivasha Level 5 hospital while seeking maternity services at the facility created uproar amongst the residents who are yet to come to terms with the matter.
Huko ndani tulisimama hapo nje na bro yangu. Tunasikia Wangari anapiga nduru akituita huko ndani. Anatuita. Sasa bila anatuita akanyamaza tu once, akaisha nini? Akashindwa kuongea, akazimia. Sasa on Sunday tukienda huko ward tukampata. Sasa alikuwa anatupea hii story. Anatuambia alikuwa amesaraundiwa na manaska 10, amemshika mkono kila mahali, anajaribu kupiga nduru. Sasa anajaribu kuambembeleza waachane na yeye. Juu alikuwa tu anamshona, anamuingisha mkono maraka 10, anajaribu kupiga nduru, hakuna.
Kati wa mimba yake kutoka mwanzo hajawahi kuwa na kesi yoyote, na alikuwa anakuja tu kliniki vizuri mpaka wanamwambia date. Kwa hivyo hakukuwa na shida yoyote.
A local leader, Simon Peter, alleged that the hospital has been run down, leading to rising cases of medical negligence and even deaths.
Kuna kesi tumesikia zimehusiana na watu kupoteza maisha yao hapa. Mwaka jana tulikuwa na kesi ya mama mwingine wa Kenongi. Alikuja hapa hakupewa attention na alipata mtoto kwa flow, huyo mtoto wake akapoteza maisha yake. Wamama wetu wanaumia hapa kwa hospitali na hakuna watu wa kuwaulizia.
The hospital administrator Elisha Musheru, however, denied this, terming the incident as unfortunate in the facility that recorded 20 to 23 deliveries every day.
Unless we have the end part of the reports, which will inform us of exactly what happened to this mom. But the mom was taken care of, the nurses were present, the doctors were present, and they did everything else they could do with what they had.
The mother came to the labor block where she was being monitored by midwives. When they saw that the situation is critical, they called the medical officers. Unfortunately, the medical officers were handling several other cases in maternity theater. I remember there were 2 from the preliminary report. I was told there are 2 mothers who were on waiting to go into maternity theater, and she was the 3rd.
The matter remains under investigations. Cecilia Lubanga, Look Up TV.
You're watching the news on Look Up TV. We're going into a short break. We'll come back with more.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Do you need a dose of hope? If so, you are in the right place. We think of ourselves around here as hope dealers, delivering truth, power, and inspiration to hearts and minds all over the world. If nothing else has worked for you, why not give the God thing a try? For it's in the presence of God that you'll find everything that you need. Amen.
Mwangi's Institute of Cosmetology. We are TVET and NITA approved training institute in the following courses: School of Hairdressing and Beauty Therapy, School of Fashion Design, Event Management and Decoration, School of Interior Design and Beadwork, School of Advanced Nail Technology, and School of Makeup Artistry. We are located at Kim's Plaza, Equity Bank Building, 4th floor, Oginga Odinga Street, Eldoret. Call us on 0715-046-499 or email us at mwangiscosmetologyinstitute@gmail.com. Mwangi's Institute of Cosmetology, empowering tomorrow's generation today.
A middle-aged man died in an inferno in a bar in Birongo in Kisii Central Sub-County, with the loss of property estimated at over $500,000 shillings being destroyed in the incident.
The fierce fire is believed to have broken out in the early morning after the bar owner left, leaving some workers in the premises. 2 more people were rushed to the hospital with serious injuries in the early morning incident.
As at now, we are holding the bar owner with us to give us more about what happened. But we have gotten some information from him that he left his workers at the bar around 10:30 last evening. He went to his home, and then this morning when he received information from those who were with the deceased that there was fire, that was when he came and found out it was true, there was fire.
Kisii County Government Disaster Management Team arrived at the scene soon after and managed to contain the fire, though the impassable roads at the trading center hindered rapid access to the scene by the disaster management team.
So hii moto ilianza saa 9 usiku. Timu yetu iliresponde hapa na tumeshughulikia vilivyo, na kuna watu wawili wameumia na wamepelekwa hospitali. Mmoja ameungua kuchomeka ile mbaya, ndio tunangoja watu wa DCI saa hii wakuje watupe go ahead ndio mwili itolewe, we hand over to the police.
The 2 victims are still recuperating at the hospital, as residents have been urged to convene a meeting soon to suggest on how the poor road network could be fixed to avert similar challenges in the future.
Nashukuru our firefighters wameingia hapa in good time, but the only problem that they incurred ni parapara za Birongo market. Hakuna njia sipitiki vizuri, so this is a changamoto kwa the management of the market kukaa pamoja na residents of Birongo to decide on how they are going to make sure the roads are open. Kwa vile kama singekuwa open hata moto ingesimwa mapema, Kwa hivyo naomba watu wa Birongo tuungane, tukae chini, tuongee, tuone vile tutatengeneza hii mambo.
Edwin John Mukora, Look Up TV.
LGBTQ activist Edwin Kipto, also known as Chiloba, was buried at their home in Sergeo Elgeyo Marakwet County. Chiloba was found murdered and his body stashed in a metal box dumped near Kipkaren on the outskirts of Eldoret town.
Asomba Modern Gulf family and friends of the late Eldoret-based model Edwin Chiloba at his final farewell. While eulogizing their kin, the slain model family is still in shock after Chiloba's brutal murder.
Let's try to understand what our children go through in their lives so that we don't misjudge them. Let's be close to them so that we arrest situations before they are too late.
Alipitia machungu, hakuongea Rosita, hakuwa mwizi. Rosita hakuwa mtu mwenye anatokosa mtu. Hata ukiona sahi hata kwa pita anacheka tu. Huyu senga yangu, sijui nitasema nini. Nilianguka chini nikasirai. Kwa sababu Mungu amependa yeye zaidi, wacha tu aende salama, aende alale salama.
The LGBTQ activist longtime friend Joel Ontieri has called on the government to hasten investigations on his murder.
Yule ambaye aliweza kumuua ama wala ambao waliweza kumuua, tafadhali tunawaomba serikali tuweze kuchukua hatua ya haraka, tuweze kuchukua sheria vile ambavyo inafaa ili familia ya Edwin Kipto iweze kupata justice.
His former schoolmates and friends have however urged fellow youth to shun from activities that are contrary to African traditions.
Kifo cha Edwin kimetushtua. It came as a surprise. We were not really expecting it, and we really condemn his death. No one's life should end like that.
Jackson Odhiambo, the main suspect in the murder with 4 others, will remain in custody as the police conduct investigations of the cause of his death.
Police in Kayole shot down 2 suspected robbers in Kosovo area. 2 others were said to have escaped with crude weapons, and they were among a group of 4 who were robbing residents in the early hours of the morning.
Ukidhulumiwa tuko hapa tukusaidie, na ukiona polisi ujue ni kama police station iko hapo nje, ndio inakusaidia. Usiogope wao, ni rafiki yako na ako hapo kuzuia uhalifu, na kwa hivyo usiogope kuongea na wao, na ukipata namba, ukipata information tuongereshe. Siku hizi si lazima tuseme ni nani ametueleza hiyo maneno. Utakuwa unaona kazi tu, kazi inatendeka na wakola. Na muomba kama lazima muombwe, muachane na ukora. Msipoachana na ukora, mutaelekezwa pahali mmeona wale wengine wanaelekezwa.
Kama Mungu amekubariki na mikono, amekubariki na miguu na macho na umepewa hewa ya bure, manze vijana waache crime. Na kitu ingine vijana anaweza watetea. Unaona vijana wakapewa wera, manze huwezi kupata kijana akiiba. Unaona huyu kijana anapiga shughuli yake vizuri, kazi aende home. Kwanza kama kazi mtaani ikirudi, unaona imepunguza kama crime.
The drought situation in Isiolo County has grown worse. Concerns bigger now. The County Assembly convening a special sitting where they deliberated on the state of affairs across its 10 wards, calling upon the county governor to declare the current situation a county disaster.
It is a disaster in 60 years that has persistently struck the soil of Isiolo County and worse that has been experienced in northeastern region. As we paid a visit to these areas, it is a devastating situation that will not deserve a second look, as thousands of livestock are lying dead on the ground. On the other side, women and children have assembled here at these dry wells of Sericho and Cherab to at least get the remaining water that will quench their thirst for the day. These situations brought about the County Assembly of Isiolo, led by Speaker Mohamed Drobo Koto, convening a special sitting on Monday to deliberate on the state affairs across the 10 wards.
The prolonged dry spell that has lasted for the last 3 years.
Insecurity becoming another worrying situation as the rural settlers have now begun trooping to Isiolo town and other urban areas for safety.
We have seen people flocking from those
rural areas, because they have lost everything that they have had, flocking to towns. And if people don't have basic necessities, then from a security perspective, the most likely thing that is going to happen, you will see a rise in criminal activity.
In all the sectors, I think our livelihood is affected. We are urging the county government, the executive, to move with speed so that they save the situation. Otherwise, lives are going to be lost very soon.
The 80% of the animals you had died. We have 20%, which actually the chances also for all of them to die is very high. People have gone every direction looking for pasture, part of Garissa and also Tana River.
The drastic drought situation is also a scare to parents and school-going children next week, despite strategies to mitigate the situation, as the statement from Isiolo Governor Abdi Guyo read by County's Communication Coordinator Hussein Salesa.
Despite our efforts, we are overstretched. More people are in desperate need of food and water. Herders require fodder support and their children require feeding programs to stay in school. These needs are urgent, massive and diverse for the county government to address.
In addition, Guyo's appeal to the national government, the non-governmental organizations and other humanitarian agencies to redouble their efforts and supplement interventions by the county government.
I'm calling on the national government, development partners and humanitarian agencies to provide more financial and technical assistance to help us address the crisis. This could include funding for emergency food aid, water and conservation projects, drought-resistant crop development, a livestock offtake and fodder provision program.
The leaders are now calling on the national government in partnership with the county government to declare the situation as a county disaster. Moses Okechilukap TV.
To declare the drought situation in the county as a disaster.
The harsh economic times in Kenya have also taken voice in the Jua Kali sector from workers in Nyahururu town, Laikipia County, who are now saying it is not only expensive to produce their goods, but it is worse when they cannot even find market for their products.
Kazi imerudi chini sana, hatuna capital ya kuweza kuinua kazi tena, na hapo mbeleni hata nilikuwa na mafundi zaidi ya mafundi watatu na hata vijana ambao nilikuwa ninawafundisha kazi, lakini wakati kazi ilirudi chini wakaweza kuondoka, na sasa tuko tuna mke wangu ndio tunashona naye mahali hapa. So wakati huu shareji kubwa ni vitu zimepanda bei, kama ni ngozi, gum, soles zote zimepanda bei zaidi. Tulikuwa tunatumia ni ngozi sana sana za ng'ombe na za ngamia, na huwa zinapimwa na kipimo inaitwa square feet. Na sasa kama ngozi ya ng'ombe ambazo huwa tunatumia kushona viatu za back to school, zilikuwa hapo awali tunanunua square feet moja shilingi 100 ama shilingi 110. Sasa inafika shilingi 130, shilingi 140.
Na kwa wakati huu hakika maisha imebadilika. Ni kwa sababu katika msimu ambao umepita, kwa wakati kama huu haungetupata tukiwa hivi. Huku natumaini hata wewe ni mshuhuda ya kwamba mmekuja mmetupata tukiwa tumefanya kazi sana. Lakini sasa kwa muda huu mambo yamebadilika sana. Nilikuwa na duka la viatu ambayo mume wangu pamoja na wafanyikazi wengine walitumia kuunda viatu mahali hapa, alafu nami natoka nazo kuelekea town. Sasa wakati huo kazi ilikuwa mingi na hata stock ilikuwaga kubwa. Sasa saa hizi hata nikifungua duka sina kitu cha kulipa kodi kwa sababu kazi iko chini na hata wanunuzi pia wamekuwa chini, nadhani wamefinyika kimaisha.
In the day's sport, more than 80 players are expected to participate in the East African Cadiz Golf Challenge for the second day at the golf field in Limuru. 32 gentlemen, 8 from Uganda,